Recently, I have had a realization that most of us on this journey of self-development, self-discovery, enlightenment, awakening, becoming the most authentic version of ourselves, finding our purpose, we have forgotten one of the most purposeful acts that we can do in this lifetime. And that is to serve others, to selflessly act through unconditional love. And this fact, this truth of what life really is all about, this connecting with others, serving our community, serving our loved ones, serving strangers, remembering that those strangers are in fact our brothers and sisters. We are all interconnected in a web of consciousness. We are under the illusion that we are separate from the whole. Some of us actually know this to be true, but still forget to practice that connectedness in everyday life. We forget that we are just a fragment of the divine consciousness that floods our planet. The ego is what believes and perceives ourselves to be separate. The ego believes that we have this individual identity. And sometimes that ego can believe that we have this self-importance. Some of us may believe that we are more important than others, that we are special, that we have been chosen, we have a gift. It's all ego. No other individual on this planet is more or less special than you are. We are all a creation of God. We are all magic. The true fact of our existence is in fact a blessing. If we have made it here to earth, we have a purpose. That purpose in this age is to enlighten, awaken to our true essence. But whilst we are on this quest of returning home to the true self, we must not forget about our brothers and sisters. We must not forget our duty to serve. And the reason I am bringing this up today is because on my own journey, I had this epiphany. I had an epiphany that whilst we're busy setting our boundaries, speaking our truth, standing our ground, expanding our knowledge, uncovering the voice of our intuition, working on our mental, physical health, all of those things, whilst we are on this spiritual quest, trying to understand ourselves more, we can very easily forget about serving. And I say this because I've been guilty of it myself. And it's only when you are in the selfless act of giving to another that your heart totally expands. You are filled with light and consciousness. You are in alignment with not only your own inner truth, but the collective truth that we are all connected and we are here to help one another. Through this mass awakening, through this mass enlightenment, are you going to leave your family behind while striving for the top, whilst grasping at enlightenment? No, because enlightenment does not exist up there. It exists down here with your loved ones. Enlightenment isn't a goal to be attained. enlightenment isn't something you have to work at through your entire lifetime. That is taking the collective and societal belief that we have to work hard and strive and progress to achieve certain goals. Yes, this is a part of life. We do have to grow, progress, achieve, and they are beautiful moments on our journey. But enlightenment isn't something that we are constantly striving to grasp. You can become enlightened in a moment. And one of the greatest windows to enlightenment is through service. So I'm bringing this topic up for you to question your motives. And I know that this may feel contradictory to other practices, to other truths, to other lessons, to other wisdom. Set your boundaries, speak your truth. They obviously separate you in a way from others. And now I'm telling you to merge with others. So I can see you're going to feel pretty confused. And that's what brings me to balance. If we were to constantly serve and serve and serve and serve without the nurturing of ourselves, we will only burn out. We will only resent. Yes, to give is totally enlightening, and it will make you feel fulfilled. But we need that balance between giving and receiving. And this receiving doesn't always have to be from others. It can be receiving from yourself. Taking that time in nature to go for a walk, reading a book, taking a bath. All of these moments are acts of receiving. And if we bring conscious awareness into each and every act, so whilst you're in the bath, you are totally conscious of the experience, it will amplify that moment and you will receive so much more. It's not about the quantity of time that we take for ourselves. It's about the quality. So when you're on this quest and you feel your energy is constantly being taken outside of you, and you feel you've got to set up these strong boundaries, you need more time and more space and more time and more space. Just sit with yourself for a moment and question why you need all of this time, all of these boundaries and all of this space. Question it. Sit with the wisdom of yourself. Calm the mind, come into the sentient body and feel. You'll probably find that you are running away from something. You will probably find that it is not the quantity of time that you need, but the quality. And every time you take this window of time, you are not doing what you are being called to do. How you're being called to grow, nurture, meditate, wind down, receive. So if we take our time and space for ourselves in a qualitative way, if we are conscious with what we are doing, conscious of the walk in nature, conscious of the painting that we are painting, conscious of the time reading the book, writing, whatever that is for you, if you are conscious in that moment, then it will feel so much more fulfilling. This is a practice. It is hard, but it is worthwhile, and this is the true enlightenment and true nature. To be the awareness behind the awareness, to observe yourself in that moment and what you are doing. And the same can be done when we're serving. If we're serving out of duty, if we're half-heartedly serving, it will be detected by the other. Energy is real. Energy is very loud. The other person will be able to sense that you are not totally, wholeheartedly in this act of serving. So bringing us back to the point of this video, this teaching today, on your quest to understand yourself, to grow and enlighten. Yes, take your boundaries, they are important. But also make sure that in those times of space, you are acting in a qualitative way and you are conscious about the time you are taking to fill up your cup. This is important so that you have more time to serve, more energy to serve. We need the boundaries in order to fill ourselves up so that we have all that energy to give to another. My other point, don't forget the act of serving. Don't forget the act of selfless giving. Don't forget the act of giving your heart unconditionally to another. We are on this planet to relate. We are on this planet to connect. We are all woven into this tapestry of consciousness. We are not separate. It's only the ego. It is only an illusion. Remember your connection to the whole, and remember that as you give, even as you create, every time you create something new and you share it, please remember that creations need to be shared. That is a give back into the community. When you share that creation, when you share that beauty, you are healing this planet, and this planet needs to be healed. Just like me in this moment, I am sharing this wisdom that is not mine. This wisdom comes from a higher power. This wisdom is not mine to own. This wisdom is mine to give and to share. And by me sharing this with you today, I am adding a little drop of elixir into the pool of consciousness. Another drop of healing, another drop of magic. And those who receive this wisdom will then go on to share it with others. This is the flow. This is how we keep abundance flowing. This is how we keep healing flowing. And this is how we all evolve to higher states of consciousness. We are not supposed to rise and leave the others behind. We are supposed to bring everyone with us so that we can really create heaven on earth. Thank you.